What's up, guys? It's Mere Girl Cat Corelli. What's up, guys? It's Catherine Corelli, and it's episode 338 of my Cat Vibes series. Today we're painting a piece entitled Nothing, No News. This is a very local scene. This is literally down my driveway, overseeing Spring Meadows Drive, this street, road, and there was a sunset and there were some clouds in the back, and again, it's not one of those spectacular sunsets. It's rather this pensive moment when it's starting to get dark. It's not dark yet, you still can see things, but everything is very quiet. And usually at this time of day, I like to stay completely alone. I like to get out and sit on a bench or just walk down the road and think and talk to myself. I like it. I like this time. So this is what I'm painting here, and there's, like I said before, I said this a few times. Somehow, and I believe this is because I'm heavily biased, because I'm a Muscovite. I am a girl from a big city, from a multi-million city. I'm still not used, and I probably will never get used to this kind of quiet. It's way too quiet, it's way too silent, to the extent that sometimes it just rings in my ears. That's how quiet it is. And the solitude of it is, at times, obnoxious. I learned to cope with this and I learned to live with this, but I wouldn't say that I like it. I don't necessarily like it. It's a nice way to declutter, I think. But to live like this, to imagine myself living my whole life like this, no thanks. That's not my cup of tea. So I have this bias that when I'm looking at a scene like this, to me it looks very sad. I see a lot of sadness in it. And I see it because it's all so spread out. And there is nothing, completely nothing going on. It's like the middle of nowhere to me. Nothing is happening. It's very quiet. And so, sure enough, I know that you can spin it a couple of ways. I mean, you can say, well, you're looking at such a pensive, quiet scene, and there is calm in it. There is balance, there is peace in it. Sure, you can see it this way, but I think it kind of largely depends on where are you in your life, and how do you tend to see things depending on your personality, depending on your personal characteristics, and what kind of personality do you even have? Because if you're someone who likes to gaze, forever at things and observe the quiet and the idyllic countryside, then probably that's what you will feel, a sense of peace and belonging. But what if you're someone like me and you're not even seeking this kind of quiet, but you're seeking challenge and life, noise and turmoil and all those things? Then if you look at this, while it might still convey a sense of quiet and peace on some level, on another level, you might understand what I'm talking about here, because there's a mailbox right here, and there's nothing in that mailbox. It's just nothing. No news. There's no news. Nothing happens. It's another sunset. It's another end of the day and nothing changed. You can see it this way and you can feel the sadness of it. How almost awkward it is to watch this over and over again and to see the same landscape, the same mailbox, and whatever comes into that mailbox, spam usually, for the most part, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't change anything. So, like I said, there is a certain duality to a scene like this. And at the same time, there is a road that runs away from here. It runs away and it has this left turn. And I know where this road goes. I certainly know where this road goes. So there's hope. To me, the imagery of a road, I think to a large extent symbolizes hope. If there is a road, you can start walking, and sooner or later you will get somewhere. And then you can keep walking some more, and you will get to another place. And this is how you travel. So the important thing is to keep going, not to sit there and look at the road, but start walking down that road. I'm using the metaphor of the road a lot. The road or the river, I'm using it a lot in my painting. Road, I always like to watch roads and how they twist and turn. I always love to watch roads as they zigzag away from me or as they open up in front of me, ever since I was a little kid. Whenever I went, I would look at streets and I would look at how, there's something else behind the turn. And then there would be something new. And if it's a highway or it's a road, it would be the next turn, and then there would be a bridge, and there would be a crossing, and then it would merge into something else, and it would keep going, and there would be new things. So road to me is life. It's essential to move down the road. But a mailbox is like the antithesis of the road, at least in this painting, because this mailbox implies that you're supposed to sit here and wait for things to come to you, as opposed to going down the road and finding them yourself. And the mailbox is kind of overgrown, as you can see. So there is a lot of this kind of symbolism going on. I want to leave it to you to conclude and to see whatever you want to see here. I was painting my stuff here, what I see. I was painting my perception, and I hope that you will be able to see something for yourself. I'm moving closer and closer to the end stage of this painting, adding a few touches. And of course, I had to put some numbers on the mailbox. And it's 3 numbers, 7. Lucky number, 777. Bingo. There we go. Well, thank you very much for being with me. And until next time, ciao.